My name is Alyse and I've been in community for 4.5 years. I am an only child. When I was 2, my parents were divorced. So growing up, I went from house to house. I went to my dad's house every other weekend and different grandparents each night of the week. My parents fought over me for the holidays, where I would go. And in school, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I think because I had a lot of anger inside. Going into high school was definitely a challenge for me. Friend-wise, I didn't like the school that I went to. My mom made me go to a Catholic school. I didn't want to go. I didn't really feel like I fit in. I started talking with boys and really slipped down that path. And that just became a really slippery slope for me. Just always looking for something with them. They gave me attention, or like friendship that I didn't have in school. They gave me that. In college, I ended up losing my academic scholarship because just some difficulties in school, and also the relationship that I was in really was going south, and so I just kind of lost all motivation, and this drive that I had to never do drugs in my life and being really proud of that just disappeared. I moved to a different state and then didn't care anymore. I just started smoking weed, and then from there it was just a downhill slope. If I tried weed, then why not try other things? It wasn't a big deal to me anymore. And then I found out that I was pregnant, and it was in that moment that I realized that I was addicted, that there wasn't any stopping. I tried to stop, but I couldn't. So then I used through my pregnancy, but it was all still hidden from everyone. No one really knew that I was using. But it was when my son was born that everything came to the light, that I had a problem. I tried to get help. I went to a regular rehab. It didn't do anything for me. I actually left wanting to try other things. I ended up homeless, super strung out. I didn't have a relationship with my son anymore. I had nothing, and I really had nothing for about a year. And then my mom just kept talking about this community, trying to get me to go and check it out, and I wasn't ready to let go of the life that I was living yet. I had a relationship and drugs, and the pull of that was stronger in the moment than coming to community. But eventually I got so sick of living homeless, living in a bad relationship that was abusive, and not being with my son. So I agreed to come and to check it out. And it was hard at first, but I was relieved to not be living the way that I was before. I had a safe place to live. I had food, roof over my head, people that wanted to be my friend, no matter how I was, you know. I still had all this anger from when I was a kid, so it came out here. And I was even like really mean to other people, but they still loved me, they still embraced me. And just being able to like crumble here helped me to start to be able to change. They would send me to the chapel in moments where I was just really angry and I didn't understand, and I would just cry. And somebody told me that our tears in the chapel, that Mary catches and turns them into flowers. And for me, that was really strong because I cried a lot. I had so many things inside of me that hurt me so much that I just needed to let it out, to let go of those things and to begin to heal. And after a bit of time also, I was able to start having contact with my son again. Started having visits with him. He started coming here every couple months, and just establishing a relationship that was never there to begin with. He knows that I'm his mom, and we're building this relationship for the rest of our lives together. And I wouldn't be able to have that at all without have coming here. Also, I've experienced friendship too in a way that I've never had in my life. Yeah, like it's always something that I desired, but I see that too. It was something inside of myself that I needed to change. It wasn't other people. It was that I had like these walls inside of myself that were like pushing people away. And being able to like heal wounds and realize that I am loved and like learning to be okay with myself helped me to like to have this friendship now. I'm still weak. I have a lot more self-knowledge and strength to be able to say no and to not have these like open wounds of the abuse, the different traumatic things that happened to me in my life, or my parents' divorce. It doesn't rule my life anymore. And yeah, now I just feel free. I love my life now. That's not something I could say from like 11 or 12 years old. I've hated my life, so yeah, that's huge for me, to be able to love myself and to love others around me, to accept friendship, and of course to the prayer. Like I didn't have a relationship with God or Jesus or Mary, anybody before, but now I can say I have a personal relationship with each one of them, and it's something that like no person can touch, and that I can carry with me wherever I go, and that I'm never alone. So thank you.